approval of Proposition 13 back in 1976 has created an environment that is not viable and compatible for viable government. And what I mean is, we have now, at least in this state, we have created a situation where between two-thirds vote and term limits and the initiative process, rather than going back to what government should be, and that is representative democracy, which has now become much more direct democracy, where you have, instead of 40 members of the state assembly or 80 members of the state assembly and 40 members of the state senate, you have millions of people voting on issues that in many ways are very, very difficult to understand. So, as an example, now that we are dealing with an initiative process that, for all intent and purposes, has created a state budget that has already been, you have almost 80 to 82% of the state budget of the state of California already allocated before you go into budget negotiations. Again, primarily because of the initiative process. Then when you try and enact a tax, and most people don't want to believe that services have to be paid from somewhere, you now have a situation where in order to enact that tax, you need a two-thirds vote. Well, it's exceedingly difficult to get two-thirds vote for anything. So when you're dealing with a budget, state budget, where you have Republicans and Democrats who don't speak to each other, you have basically impasse. And when you're dealing with municipalities that, for lots of reasons, initiatives, two-thirds votes, the whole term limit process, the inability, and then you add to that the economy and the loss of tax revenue just because everybody is out of work and because there's real problems. I am very wary. I am exceedingly worried as to the future of where we are in the state of California.